Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Deficient in magnitude, barely perceptible, lacking clarity or brightness or loudness, etc. Weak colors. Used of vowels or syllables, pronounced with little or no stress. A weak stress on the second syllable. Overly diluted, thin and insipid. Weak tea. Wanting in moral strength, courage, or will, having the attributes of man as opposed to e.g. divine beings. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. Deficient in intelligence or mental power. A weak mind. Deficient or lacking in some skill. He's weak in spelling. Likely to fail under stress or pressure. The weak link in the chain. Not having authority, political strength, or governing power. A weak president. Tending downward in price. A weak market for oil stocks. Used of verbs, having standard, or regular, inflection. Wanting in physical strength. A weak pillar. Weak and likely to lose consciousness. Suddenly felt faint from the pain. Deficient in magnitude, barely perceptible, lacking clarity or brightness or loudness, etc. A faint outline. Lacking conviction or boldness or courage. Faint heart ne'er one fair lady. Pass out from weakness, physical or emotional distress due to a loss of blood supply to the brain. Lacking strength or vigor. Damning with faint praise. Lacking clarity or distinctness. Only a faint recollection. A spontaneous loss of consciousness caused by insufficient blood to the brain. Indistinctly understood or felt or perceived. A faint clue to the origin of the mystery. The quality of being luminous, emitting or reflecting light. Having abundant light or illumination. They played as long as it was light. Merriment expressed by a brightness or gleam or animation of countenance. Weak and likely to lose consciousness. Felt light in the head. Marked by temperance and indulgence. A light eater. Having relatively few calories. Light, or light, beer. A condition of spiritual awareness, divine illumination. Follow God's light. Fall to somebody by assignment or lot. Physics, electromagnetic radiation that can produce a visual sensation. The light was filtered through a soft glass window. Used of vowels or syllables, pronounced with little or no stress. A syllable that ends in a short vowel is a light syllable. Cause to start burning, subject to fire or great heat. With few burdens. Experienced travelers travel light. Start or maintain a fire in. A divine presence believed by Quakers to enlighten and guide the soul. Moving easily and quickly, nimble. The dancer was light and graceful. Make lighter or brighter. This lamp lightens the room a bit. The visual effect of illumination on objects or scenes is created in pictures. He could paint the lightest light and the darkest dark. A device for lighting or igniting fuel or charges or fires. Do you have a light? To come to rest, settle. Misfortune lighted upon him. Of sleep, easily disturbed. In a light doze. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. He was told to avoid loose, or light, women. Of sound or color, free from anything that dulls or dims. A light lilting voice like a silver bell. A light from, a horse. Silly or trivial. Light banter. Any device serving as a source of illumination. He stopped the car and turned off the lights. Less than the correct or legal or full amount, often deliberately so. A light pound. Used of color, having a relatively small amount of coloring agent. Light blue. Begin to smoke. An illuminated area. He stepped into the light. A particular perspective or aspect of a situation. Although he saw it in a different light, he still did not understand. A person regarded very fondly. The light of my life. A visual warning signal. They saw the light of the beacon. Characterized by or emitting light. A room that is light when the shutters are open. Demanding little effort, not burdensome. Light housework. Designed for ease of movement or to carry little weight. Light aircraft. Easily assimilated in the alimentary canal, not rich or heavily seasoned. A light diet. Having little importance. Losing his job was no light matter. Intended primarily as entertainment, not serious or profound. Light verse. Mental understanding as an enlightening experience. He finally saw the light. Of comparatively little physical weight or density. A light load. Of little intensity or power or force. The light touch of her fingers. Of the military or industry, using, or being, relatively small or light arms or equipment. Light infantry. Physics, chemistry, not having atomic weight greater than average. Light water as ordinary water. Psychologically light, especially free from sadness or troubles. A light heart. Public awareness. It brought the scandal to light. Used of soil, loose and large-grained in consistency. Light soil. Very thin and insubstantial. Light summer dresses. Not great in degree or quantity or number. A light sentence. Used of vowels or syllables, pronounced with little or no stress. Used of syllables, carrying no stress. Overly diluted, thin and insipid. Washy coffee. Having lost freshness or brilliance of color. Washy colors. Wet with secreted or exuded moisture such as sweat or tears. Overly diluted, thin and insipid. Watery milk. Filled with water. Watery soil. Relating to or resembling or consisting of water. A watery substance. Wanting in moral strength, courage, or will, having the attributes of man as opposed to e.g. divine beings. I'm only a fallible human. Likely to fail or make errors. Everyone is fallible to some degree. Easily broken or damaged or destroyed. A frail craft. Wanting in moral strength, courage, or will. Having the attributes of man as opposed to e.g. divine beings. Frail humanity. A basket for holding dried fruit, especially raisins or figs. Physically weak. An invalid's frail body. The weight of a frail basket, full of raisins or figs, between 50 and 75 pounds. Wanting in moral strength, courage, or will. Having the attributes of man as opposed to e.g. divine beings. A tense of verbs used in describing action that is ongoing. Not perfect, defective or inadequate. Had only an imperfect understanding of his responsibilities. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. Worn and broken down by hard use. A decrepit basit seats held together with friction tape. Lacking strength or vigor. Feeble efforts. Pathetically lacking in force or effectiveness. A feeble excuse. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. A feeble old woman. Lacking strength. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. Lacking firmness of will or character or purpose. Infirm of purpose, give me the daggers. Affected with, suffering from, or characteristic of rickets. Rickety limbs and joints. Inclined to shake as from weakness or defect. A rickety table. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. Her body looked sapless. Destitute of sap and other vital juices, dry. The rats and roaches scurrying along the sapless planks. Lacking bodily or muscular strength or vitality. In a weak or feeble manner or to a minor degree. Weakly agreed to a compromise. Easily seen or detected. He continued after a perceptible pause. Capable of being perceived by the mind or senses. A perceptible limp. Not bearing a stress or accent. Short vowels or unstressed. Corrupt, debase, or make impure by adding a foreign or inferior substance, often by replacing valuable ingredients with inferior ones. Lessen the strength or flavor of a solution or mixture. Reduced in strength or concentration or quality or purity. Diluted alcohol. Reduced in strength or concentration or quality or purity. Diluted alcohol. Any living or extinct member of the family Hominidae characterized by superior intelligence, articulate speech, and erect carriage. Having human form or attributes as opposed to those of animals or divine beings. Human beings. Characteristic of humanity. Human nature. Relating to a person. The experiment was conducted on 6 monkeys and 2 human subjects. Lacking intelligence. In a state of mental numbness, especially as resulting from shock. Was stupid from fatigue. A person who is not very bright. The economy, stupid. Lacking or marked by lack of intellectual acuity. Lacking professional skill or expertise. An unskilled painting. Not doing a good job. Not having or showing or requiring special skill or proficiency. Unskilled in the art of rhetoric. Lacking power. English physician who first described Down syndrome, 1828 to 1896. Understood perfectly. Had his algebra problems down. Soft fine feathers. Extending or moving from a higher to a lower place. The down staircase. Fine soft dense hair, as the fine short hair of cattle or deer or the wool of sheep or the undercoat of certain dogs. Spatially or metaphorically from a higher to a lower level or position. Don't fall down. Lower than previously. Prices are down. Filled with melancholy and despondency. Downcast after his defeat. Eat up completely, as with great appetite. Some people can down a pound of meat in the course of one meal. Cause to come or go down. The policeman downed the heavily armed suspect. Improve or perfect by pruning or polishing. Drink down entirely. He downed 3 martinis before dinner. Shoot at and force to come down. American football, a complete play to advance the football. You have 4 downs to gain 10 yards. Becoming progressively lower. The downtrend in the real estate market. Being or moving lower in position or less in some value. Lay face down. Being put out by a strikeout. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Bring down or defeat an opponent. Not functioning, temporarily or permanently. We can't work because the computer is down. Shut. The shades were down. Usually plural, a rolling treeless highland with little soil. Away from a more central or a more northerly place. Was sent down to work at the regional office. To a lower intensity. He slowly phased down the light until the stage was completely black. Often used as intensifiers. A regular morass of details. Relating to a person who does something regularly. A regular customer. Occurring at fixed intervals. A regular beat. Symmetrically arranged. Regular features. A regular patron. Not constipated. A dependable follower, especially in party politics. He is one of the party regulars. A garment size for persons of average height and weight. A soldier in the regular army. Conforming to a standard or pattern. Following the regular procedure of the legislature. In accordance with fixed order or procedure or principle. His regular calls on his customers. In accord with regular practice or procedure. Took his regular morning walk. Not deviating from what is normal. Her regular bedtime. Officially full-time. Regular students. Regularly scheduled for fixed times. At a regular meeting of the PTA. Used of the military, belonging to or engaged in by legitimate army forces. The regular army. Of solids, having clear dimensions that can be measured. Volume can be determined with a suitable geometric formula. Weak in willpower, courage or vitality. Lacking courage or vitality. He was a yellow gutless worm. Lacking material form or substance, unreal. As insubstantial as a dream. Lacking solidity or strength. Vinyl siding has become the standard bearer for cheap, insubstantial construction. Lacking in nutritive value. An insubstantial and unsatisfying meal. Badly or hastily built. Mean little Jerry built houses. Deprive of the use of a limb, especially a leg. Someone who doesn't understand what is going on. Pathetically lacking in force or effectiveness. A lame argument. Disabled in the feet or legs. A fabric interwoven with threads of metal. She wore a gold lame dress. The uneven manner of walking that results from an injured leg. Walk impeded by some physical limitation or injury. Without energy or will. Gave a limp handshake. Lacking or having lost rigidity. Limp lettuce. Proceed slowly or with difficulty. The boat limped into the harbor.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.